Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity girls basketball tonight. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through AudioSportsOnline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM, or you can go to WIBC.com. Tonight's game is going to feature the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies as they travel. We are at Lapel High School. Lapel Lady Bulldogs. We'll mention the JV contest. They played 2 quarters, so this game's starting a little bit early. They started the JV game at 6:30 p.m. But I tell you what, both these teams ready to go. I will mention Lapel Lady Bulldogs have one player. She wears number 11. Her name is Lanaya Wills. She scores an average of 26.2, and that's in 5 games. Lanaya Wills, she rebounds at an average of 13.2 per game. She's a senior. She shoots 53% from 2-point land. From 3-point land, she's for 15. But Nia Wills, I spoke with her briefly before the JV game. I will mention she shoots 83% from the foul stripe. But I was told by someone else that she's going to Butler University next year, and yes, she confirmed she will be a Butler Bulldog after being a Lapel Bulldog. So she'll have her clothes marked properly when she shows up as a freshman at Butler next season. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention 7 minutes, 50 seconds on the pregame clock. We'll talk a little bit about each school. We'll mention first for the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Hamilton Heights High School has an enrollment of 687. They're Class 3A, Sectional 24. There are 6 in their sectional, and they are the Delta Lady Eagles. They are currently 3 wins, no losses. Connorsville Lady Spartans, they lost their last game. They are now 3-1. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies, they are 2-1. Newcastle Lady Trojans are 2-1. Georgetown Lady Tigers are 1-1, and the Jay County Lady Patriots are also 1-1. The principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Whitney Gray. The assistant principal is Mitch Streets, and I see his dad right down here in the he's keeping the clock. He's done that for years and years. That is Jeff Street from Lapel. Dean of Students at Hamilton Heights is Lori Hippensteel. Athletic Director is Kurt Alden. And the athletic trainer is Dr. Jan Clifton. Draw Athletic Department Manager is Leanne Moffitt. Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19. That's Arcadia, Indiana, 46030. You can reach them by phone by dialing 317-984-3551. On the athletic website, it is www.hhhuskies.org/athletics. Hamilton Heights wear the color scheme of orange, white, and brown. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. Hoosier Athletic Conference has an East Division and the West Division. Right now, the top of the East at 1-0, the Tipton Lady Devils. I should mention they are 1-2. They are 1-0 versus the conference opponents. Hamilton Heights have not played a conference game. They are 2-1. Western, the Lady Panthers, they're 0-0 also. They're 2-1 on the season. And Logansport, the Lady Berries, are 0-1 in the conference. They are currently 0-3 on the season. The West Division of the Hoosier Conference, there are 5 teams. Haven't played yet. That's Rensselaer Central. They're 3-0. And Benton Central has not played yet. They are 1-0. They are in the rankings. Class 2A, we'll talk about the rankings, I think, at halftime. We might have a special guest. We'll hope so. And we'll mention Central Catholic. They're 0-0 in the West. They're 2-1 overall. Twin Lakes, the Lady Indians, 0-0 in the West. They're 2-2. And the West Lafayette Lady Red Devils, 0-0. They are 0-3 on the season. We'll mention the Lady Huskies. They are 2-1. They average offensively in 2 ball games 61.7. They give up an average of 54.3. Head coach for the Lady Huskies is Erin Crimpy. She's working in year number 2 at Hamilton Heights. She's 7-18. Don't let that fool you. In her 6th season overall, she came from Carmel. She's 56-60. Next game on the agenda for the Lady Huskies, Thursday, November 20th. A couple of days away, 6 and 7:30. It'll be Bishop Chittard. The Lady Trojans will be in the house at Hamilton Heights, the Lady Huskies. Now we'll talk about the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Lapel High School, they have a school enrollment of 466. For Class 2A Sectional 39, they also have 6 teams in their sectional. In their sectional, Lapel Lady Bulldogs, they are 5-0. Elwood, check this out. Elwood Lady Panthers are 4-0. Tipton Lady Devils, they're 1-2. They are at Northwestern tonight. And my Keith Baxter tells me he's at the game. Sheridan Lady Blackhawks are 1-2. Taylor Lady Titans are 2-3. Frankton Lady Eagles are 0-4. The principal at Lapel High School is Mr. Matthew Bowl. The athletic director, he was most instrumental for putting me in sports. I am thankful for Mr. Bill Chase. And the athletic secretary at Lapel is Tina Wilson. Lapel High School is located at 1850 South, 900 West, on State Road 32. Lapel, Indiana, 46051. You can dial them by telephone at 765-534-3036. On the website, it's lapelathletics.com. They wear the collars black and Vegas gold. They are independent. That means that they do not belong to a conference. They are independent. And I'm right here at Jimmy Howe Court. This court is named after Jimmy Howe. It's got a nice inscription on the court, a couple of different places. And Jimmy Howe, what a legendary coach right here at Lapel. I'll mention boys basketball, Class 1A state champions, 2005. That's Jimmy Howe coach team. And he also got a state title, Class 2A, in 2016. Jimmy Howe court right here, Lapel. And we'll mention Lapel High School. They are 5-0. They average per game in 5 games 54.6. They give up an average defensively of just 33 points. Their season high, their highest point total, is 63 points. The coach is Zach Newby. Zach Newby, he's got a tremendous record. Zach Newby is 127 wins, 56 losses. Working in year number 8 at Lapel. Next game for the Lady Bulldogs is going to be Friday. It's coming up this Friday, 6 and 7:30. Lapel Lady Bulldogs will be at the Marion Lady Giants. So that's a little bit about each school. Clock's rolling down, 35 seconds left in the pregame. They're getting ready to play basketball here at Lapel. You might be able to hear the band is here. I'm sure they'll do the anthem. I tell you what, this band, they've probably got about 35 or 40 participating in the band. They've got a lot of saxophones. They've got trumpets, trombones, percussion. They got tubas. They got everything. So 7 seconds, clock rolling down. Tipton is at Northwestern tonight. We'll talk about where the teams are at here in just a moment. I'm sure we're going to stand for our national anthem, and we will. We'll stand for the anthem. Both teams doing just the same. And we're going to set this down. National anthem. That was well done. The Bulldog Band. We'll mention the starting lineups. We'll do just the same. We'll mention starting tonight for the Lady Huskies. She'll wear number 3. She's 5'7". She's a freshman, averaging 7.7 points per game. That's Addison Bloom. Wearing number 10. She's 5'5". She's a freshman, 11.7 points per game average. That's Bailey Eisel. Wearing number 12. She's 5'8". She's a junior, 3.7 points per game. That's Cameron Roten. Wearing number 23. She's 6'1". She's a freshman, 22.7 points per game average. Riley Suarez. And wearing number 44, 6-foot freshman. She's averaging 11 points per game. She had a good game versus Noblesville. That's Zoe Curry. The head coach for the Lady Huskies is Coach Aaron Shrimping. Now, the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. They'll start like this. Wearing number 0, she's 5'5". She's a junior. She's averaging 5.4 points per game. That's Layla Dawson. Wearing number 1, 5'8" senior, 6.8 points per game average. Sophie Goodwin. Wearing number 2, she's 5'6". She's a junior, averaging 3.2 a game. That's Jane Armington. Wearing number 11, 6-foot senior. She's going to Butler next season, averaging 26.2 points per game. Lanaya Wills. And wearing number 15, 5'6". She's a junior. She chips in with almost 2 points a game. That's Addie Bodenhorn. The head coach for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs is Zach Newby. They're introducing the lineup for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. And they're getting done here in a momentarily. Got 8 minutes on the game clock. We'll double check the pronunciation for Lanaya. Make sure I get that right throughout the game. I got headphones on, can't hear much. Pull an ear off. It is Lanaya Wills, and she's a senior. And Hoosier Conference girls basketball final scores from Saturday night, the 15th. There were 6 games. Benton Central, 50. Clinton Prairie, 13. Delphi, 46. Twin Lakes, 35. Hamilton Heights, 73. Jay County, 57. Rensselaer Central, 63. Knox, 20. Tipton, 39. Logansport, 8. Western, 53. And Central Catholic, 46. They're going to jump it up. It's going to be Suarez and Wills. There's the whistle. And we are underway. It's a good toss. Tip to Hamilton Heights in the backcourt, picked up there. Point guard crossing the timeline for Hamilton Heights. That's Bailey Eisel. She'll work it left side on the dribble. Backpedal is Suarez. It's Riley Suarez. She'll take a shot outside the paint. A jumper, nothing but net. 2-point bucket, good. Hamilton Heights takes an early advantage. We're going to cross the timeline on the dribble. Almost been over and back. It wasn't. All 3 points were not over. They're going to work it down off the glass. Lanaya Wills couldn't get her first shot to go. Rebound Hamilton Heights to the front court. Shot in the air. That's Suarez. Couldn't get the bucket. Couldn't get the shot, but a rebound putback is good by Zoe Curry. A 4-0 contest. Lady Huskies in front. Going to bounce it in out top of circle. So we're going to the left corner baseline. Back down low. Lanaya Wills in the paint. 2 points off the glass. It's a 4-2 ball game. Pretty quick pace in this ball game. Probably going to see some high point totals. We're going to back in inside the arc. She'll bring it back out. That was Addison Bloom. On the dribble, Cameron Rowe. She'll take a shot to paint, try to go off the glass. She'll earn a foul, and she'll shoot twice. First foul in the ball game going to be whistled on number 2, Jane Armington. So she has one. Lapel Lady Dogs have one also. So Cameron Roten at the strike. First shot up, short off the rim, wouldn't go. She'll get one more. 6:52 left here in the first quarter. Just beginning. Second shot up, rimmed around, wouldn't go. Couldn't get either. Rebound Lanaya Wills. She'll bring it to the front court on the dribble. They're working through the corner. 3-point shot in the air, wouldn't go. Rebound Cameron Roten. That shot taken by 2 Armington. Back the other direction. Riley Suarez, and she got bumped from behind. There was no call as she was making a pass that went out of bounds because she was bumped. But anyway, Lapel brings the ball in from the backcourt. They'll cross the timeline with a chest pass. They're working in Lanaya Wills, and it's good. Left side of the glass in the paint, 2-point bucket for Wills. Tie ball game at 4. 6:22 on the game clock. Outside the arc, Suarez for 3, rimmed out, wouldn't go. Rebound Lapel, lost the handle, but it was last touched by Roten. It's going to belong to Lapel in the backcourt. And they'll bring it in front of the Lapel Lady Bulldogs bench, brought in there by Layla Dawson. She'll get the ball back. They bounce it to the front court. Baseline jumper, 2-point shot, good. Lanaya Wills. Wills has all 6 points. 6-4 contest. Lady Huskies cross the timeline. Eisel. She'll bounce it right side, well behind the arc. That's Curry. Zoe Curry works it down to Suarez. She'll take a shot on the baseline right there outside the paint. 2-point bucket for Riley Suarez. We're tied at 6. 5:45 left here in the first quarter. Out top, moving the ball around. Stationary right there. They're working left side on the dribble. That's Sophie Goodwin. She wears number 1. Back out. They're being deliberate with this time down the floor. They're working inside. They find Lanaya Wills, and she has 8. It's an 8-6 advantage for the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Crossing the timeline is Eisel. That's Bailey Eisel on the dribble. Keeping the dribble alive, crossover. She'll bring it back out top. They'll bring it to Addison Bloom. Back to Eisel. Eisel free throw line. Kicks it back to Curry. Now Bloom. Bloom wanted the 3, but she got in her face right there with the Lady Bulldogs. Eisel going to dribble. Behind the arc. She's going to cross over. She'll work it in just inside the paint. She'll kick it back out. So Hamilton Heights trying to find the rhythm here. Turnaround jumper. No foul called. Suarez got clobbered by Willis. Didn't even get the ball to the hoop. No call to the front court. Lapel Lady Dogs, 4:38 on the game clock. 8-6. Lady Dogs are in front. They'll work a right side behind the arc. Working it back and forth. Down low and then a back out top. On the dribble now is Sophie Goodwin. They'll work at baseline. It's going to be stolen. Nice hands by Cameron Rote. She'll bring it to the front court. Outside the arc, 3-point shot rims off. Suarez wouldn't go. Back the other direction. Rebound Lapel. Going to dribble in. Lost the handle. Saved it. Got it to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there. Rebound put back is Wills, and she gets the bucket. She bounds that basketball from the original shot taken by Jane Armington. It's going to be a timeout. Timeout on the surface. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Will mention tonight, Tuesday, the 18th of November, games tonight in the Hoosier Conference. 7 games. As you know, Hamilton Heights here with the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Tipton Lady Devils are at Northwestern. Western Lady Panthers are at Lebanon Lady Tigers. West Lafayette Red Devils, they are against Benton Central. They're in a tournament. They're playing at Harrison. They start at 6 o'clock. Lafayette Jeff also in that tournament. Tonight they're going against Central Catholic, and Rensselaer Central Lady Bombers are playing at McCutcheon. They're going against the Harrison Lady Raiders. And tournament action in Lafayette tonight. The ball brought in from the backcourt. Hamilton Heights on the dribble, crossing the timeline. That's number 10, Isel. Bailey Isel going to get down the corner. Going to dribble baseline at Suarez. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Bulldogs. 3:50 on the game clock. 10-6 advantage for Lapel. Ball going to be brought in, left the bucket on the baseline by Bailey Isel. She'll bounce it in. Off the fingertips, going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Zoe Curry. So they'll give it back to Lapel. They'll bring it in from the deep corner baseline. Brought in there by Bella Rowland. Bella Rowland in the ballgame for Lapel. She's 5'7". She's a junior. Bella Rowland wears number 3 out top of the basketball. Number 1, Sophie Goodwin. Bounce pass right side. On the dribble, also in the game, is Serenity Conyers for Lapel. Down low, they'll get it in. That is Wills. So Wills with 2 more in the paint. 3:20 on the game clock. It's a 12-6 lead for Lapel. Crossover out top. That's Isel. They'll get it to working at the left side. Suarez touching the hands briefly. Curry now to good. Now on the dribble, it's Addison Bloom in the paint. They're working through the corner. Inside the arc, a 2-point shot good. Right at the bucket, Zoe Curry from the left corner baseline. 12-8 contest. 2:52 clock moving. We're in the first quarter. We're at Lapel High School. They're going to work it out top. Lanaya working it back around. That was Serenity Conyers to the corner. Wills. Cross-court skip pass. They get it back to Conyers. She'll dribble in. Lost the handle. Picked up by Cameron Roten. Crossing the timeline. On her way to the bucket. She's going to pass off. It's going to be intercepted there by Lapel. Bella Rowland back the other direction. Conyers, baseline. Floats one up. Didn't use the glass and got the bucket. It went straight through. 14-8. Lapel by 6. 2:15 left here in the first quarter. They're working outside the arc. That's Riley Suarez. They'll get it back to Bloom. That is Addison Bloom. Where's number 3 for the Lady Huskies? Spin move in the paint. She'll kick it back out. On the dribble, it's Isel. Baseline jumper. Wouldn't go. Just short off the mark. Shot taken there by Zoe Curry. On the rebound, it's tipped out of bounds. They said it was last touched by Lapel. So the Lady Huskies are going to check in with number 22, Reese Blant. Taking a breather is number 12, Cameron Rowe. And a 2 check-in for Lapel. Not sure who, but they got 2 more. They really used their bench. Zach Newby gets some playing time for each of them. Shot taken there is recycled. That was Riley Suarez, and Wills recycled that shot back the other direction to go off the glass. Wills too deep under on the shot, got the backboard to the other side of it, and the Lady Huskies have it to the front court. Zoe Curry in the paint. She'll float one up left-handed. She's a left-handed shooter. That was going to go out of bounds. It was tipped off. And last touch by Zoe Curry. It's going to belong to Lapel. 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's 14-8. Lapel by 6 in the front court. Jump stop, Layla Dawson straight out top. She'll dribble a couple times. Work it right side to Conyers. Serenity Conyers. They're going to work it back down low. The 2-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound Conyers. That 2-point shot taken by Rowland. And Lapel gets another chance in the front court. Outside the arc, 3-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound Lanaya Wills. She'll kick it out. 3-point shot wouldn't go for Conyers. And a rebound there, Riley Suarez. They'll go to the front court on the dribble. That's number 10, Bailey Eisel. They'll work it right side behind the arc. Suarez, she'll pop a three-point shot. It'll rim around and go in. Suarez saw the shot she liked, took it, and she got three. Suarez on the season, she's shooting 54% behind the arc. That's tremendous. They'll work it down low, baseline. They'll kick it back out. Moving the ball around in the ball game for Lapel is number 30, Sam Sears. Sam Sears is a 5'6" junior. Where's number 30? Out top of the basketball. On the dribble, Conyers. That is Serenity Conyers. She goes deep in the front court in the corner for the scores bench. So keep it to the corner. Three-point shot short off the rim for Lanaya Wills. Rebound Hamilton Heights. Right at that board. Shot at the buzzer. That board was boarded by Bailey Eisel. Bailey Eisel averages 7.7 rebounds per game at 5'5". That's going to complete the first quarter of play. After one quarter of play, it's going to be the Lapel Lady Bulldogs 14, Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies 11. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Wells Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Wells Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenchings. Call Rutledge Wells Drilling. Call them at 765-292-2315 or visit them on their website at rutledgewellsdrilling.com. They're just west of Atlanta, a couple of miles. They are licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, Levi Rutledge, and Mike is still the main trip. Rutledge Wells Drilling. Second buzzer sounds, 8 minutes on the game clock. Second quarter, 14-11. Lady Bulldogs in front. They're going to bring the ball in. Alternate possession arrow is going to give it to the Lady Bulldogs. They'll bring it in half court opposite the scores bench. Toss it in. We're back to the front court. On the dribble there is Layla Dawson. They're working down low. Shot wouldn't go for Lanaya Wills, but she got fouled in the act of shooting. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. 22, Reese Blanton. On the floor for Hamilton Heights is Suarez, Bloom, Curry, Blanton, and Eisel. First shot is good. She'll get one more. Lanaya Wills. Lanaya Wills entering this game, shooting 83% at the stripe. She is now 27 for 32 on the season. 16-11. Lady Huskies trail by 5. Crossing the timeline, Riley Suarez. So we're going to right side. Pick up the dribble out top. Make a pass. It's intercepted. Going to go coast to coast. Couldn't get their initial bucket. That shot was taken by Dawson, but cleaning it up. 2 points off the glass on the rebound. That's Lanaya Wills. 7.5 minutes left. Second quarter, 18-11. Lady Bulldogs in front. Hamilton Heights in the front court. Bloom with the dribble, triple threat. She'll dribble once. Cross court skip pass to Curry. She'll try to bounce it into Bloom. It's going to be bounce pass stolen. Going back the other direction. Lanaya Wills, cross court pass. They'll work it back out. Right elbow extended, three-point shot wouldn't go. That was Dawson. But a rebound put back in the paint. Lanaya Wills. 7 minutes left. Second quarter in the front court, Hamilton Heights, Bailey Eisel. Bounce pass now still outside. Zoe Curry. They'll work it in the paint. Suarez. Turnaround jumper. We're trying to get rid of it, I should say. She's on the baseline, double team. And there's going to be a steal. Reaching in, taking the ball out of her hand. There was a double team. She was on the baseline outside the paint. They're going to whistle a foul. Another quick second foul. Going to be whistled on 22, Reese Blanton. She has 2 fouls here in the contest. She'll take a breather. And in the ball game for the Lady Huskies is number 4, Stella Taylor, 5'4" freshman. But across the timeline, Lady Bulldogs, Sophie Goodwin. She'll bounce it right side. And Layla Dawson going to get called for a palming violation. Michael Jordan did that all the time, and I liked watching. So Hamilton Heights brings the ball in from the side court, back court, crossing the timeline on the dribble. Bailey Isel. She'll use the screen right there. She'll move it left side, and the paint should go layup left side. Well done. Hamilton Heights for 2, and that was Bailey Isel. 20-13, a 7-point advantage for Lapel. We'll see another sub check in. It's going to be Conyers next to that ball. They're working down low. Picking it up, going off the glass there was Lanaya Wills. Stella Taylor took the brunt of the rebound. I will say Lanaya Wills helped her up, but Stella's still on the floor. She's got some attendees around her. So it's a 22-13 contest, and we'll mention at the 6-minute mark, second quarter. This game is also in parts being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense, starting with your roof. From repairs to full replacement siding together, they've got your home covered literally. So he's getting a hand clap back to the surface right there. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned by Jordan Beck. You can reach them by phone at 317-361-7858. It's Ranger Roofing. Ball brought in backcourt. Hamilton Heights brought in by Suarez, crossing the timeline. Bailey Isel. She'll pick up a screen from Suarez. She can get back to Suarez. Bounce pass, try to, and putting her hand in there, getting a steal is Lanaya Wills. They're working through the front court in a hurry. Conyers off the glass, left side. Full timeout, Hamilton Heights. 24-13. 24-13 ball game. 5:43 left here in the second quarter. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by AGM Auto. They're west of Arcadia, about a mile. If you're looking for that good mechanic, look no further. They can be that good mechanic you're looking for. They do everything under the hood, along with your tires, new and now. AGM Auto under new ownership. That's Walker. Walker is running the show right there. And no worries. Same friendly faces and same quality work. And also, they now restore classic cars and trucks. You can reach them by telephone at 317-984-5283. That's 317-984-5283. AGM Auto, you'll find him on Facebook at AGM Auto, LLC. 5:43 left here in the quarter, second quarter. And I will mention, a great cuddle right there. Lapel already out on the surface. And they're going to bring it in from the backcourt. It belongs to the Lady Huskies. It's going to be brought in by Cameron Rote. And she'll pass it in to number 10, Bailey Isel, the point guard for the Lady Huskies for the future. And going to be a bright future. Out top of the basketball. Moving the basketball, keeping the ball alive. Bailey Isel, she'll go the corner with it. Addison Bloom. Bloom going to dribble in. Try to get the shot away. It's going to be blocked. Almost a jump ball. Blocked shot by Lapel. They're in the front court now. Lost the handle. Now stolen by Bailey Isel. She'll pass it up ahead. Addison Bloom off the glass. Got the bucket. And Bloom will shoot one more. So Addison Bloom going to shoot one more. She got the bucket. She'll get one shot. The foul is whistled on the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. So Deborah checking. The bench checking who the foul was on. That's common. They buzz it. Official comes over. I've seen that official. He's a good one. They've got a pretty good rapport right here, ball three of them. Shot off the mark, rims around, fell out for Addison Bloom. She got the bucket at 24-15. Lady Bulldogs in front. They're working down low again on the cut. Off the glass, left side, good by Lanaya Wills. Lanaya Wills already has 22 points here in the ball game. On the dribble, off the handle, picked up by Cameron Rote. She'll dribble in. It'll be taken from her. Going back the other direction, Serenity Conyers and a block shot. No, they're going to say she got part of the body. Suarez swatted that ball, and they're going to say part of the body got the shooter. And she'll shoot two. And then Serenity Conyers is going to take the two shots. Foul whistle on Suarez. She has one. Her shot rims out, wouldn't go. Substitution, Hamilton Heights. Number 14, Abby Hillfiker in the ball game. Taking a breather is Zoe Curry. I should get one more. Serenity Conyers. Serenity Conyers, a 5'6" sophomore. Second shot up and good. 27-15. Lady Bulldogs by 12. 4:44 left. Second quarter. In the front court on the dribble, Bailey Eisel. She'll hand the ball off. Triple threat available. Going to be tipped away and stolen. Was Hillfiker made the pass. It was stolen on the pass. Outside the arc. Thought about a shot there. That's three. Bella Rowland. She'll work it out top. Now down low to Lanaya Wills. She'll try the shot. She got fouled in the active shooting. She'll shoot two. She's been to the stripe once. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe. She'll shoot two now. 4:24 left here in the second quarter. First shot up and good. Butler going to get a good player with Lanaya Wills from Lapel. She'll get one more. Second shot up and rims out long. Rebound Addison Bloom for the Lady Huskies. She'll find the outlet. That's point guard Bailey Eisel. Going to bounce it right side. Working against her is Conyers, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call this on Conyers. Setting the screen right there was Suarez. I thought he was blowing the whistle on Suarez, but no. 4:14 on the game clock. Going to be brought in. Number 12, Cameron Roten to the corner. Addison Bloom. She'll bounce it a couple times. Toss it back out top. Point guard Bailey Eisel. She'll pick up a screen from Hillfiker, and she'll use it, and she'll get fouled on the dribble. So they're going to whistle this foul on the Lady Bulldogs. It's whistled against number 12, Serenity Conyers. She picks up a quick second, and she'll take a breather. 4:06 left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in there by Eisel. She'll get into Addison Bloom. Bloom being guarded there by Bella Rowland, number 3. Back around out top on the dribble, Eisel. Eisel crosses over at the foul stripe. She'll dish off, driving in off the glass. Shot when you go for Cameron Roten. Rebound, Lanaya Wills for Lapel. Back the other direction. Might have got away with a step there. A little bit of a Reggie Miller set your feet for the three-point shot. And that ball caroms out of bounds. That three-point shot taken by Jane Armington. Hey, Lady Huskies going to bring the ball in front of their own bench. 3:38 clock moving, 29-15. Lady Bulldogs in front. Outside the arc, left-handed, three-point shot would go. That was Bailey Eisel. Rebound, Lanaya Wills. Back the other direction, a stolen pass. I should say stolen ball right there. Eisel got the steal, and Eisel took the shot, couldn't get it, but it's cleaned up right there off the glass. Reverse layup by Suarez is good. 29-17. Out top with the basketball and move it to the left corner baseline. They'll bounce it back out top and reset the offense with number 0, Layla Dawson. She's a 5'5" junior. They'll work it back around out top. Number 1, Sophie Goodwin, original starter back in the game. On the dribble, double team out top, Hamilton Heights. Going to be a jump ball. Bailey Eisel reaches in, ties up the basketball with Layla Dawson. And the Lady Huskies get the ball back with the alternate possession arrow. So the Lady Bulldogs going to check back in. It's going to be Addie Bodenhorn. She's an original starter. She's 5'6". She's a junior. 2:48 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline on the dribble, Bailey Eisel. Outside the arc, they get it to Addison Bloom. She'll dribble in. She'll go baseline, pick up the dribble. Out top, three-point shot in the air, rims off. That was Cameron Roten. It was right on line. It caromed off. It goes out of bounds. Belongs to Lapel. 2:34 on the game clock, and Coach Zach Newby is going to call a full 60-second timeout. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by the Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies. You can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They've got trophies, awards, plaques, and more. Fast turnaround. Prices are low. Prices are so low, you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-7391. That's 317-773-7391 or online at noblesvilletrophies.com. They're going to bring the ball in. 2:34 on the game clock. 29-17. Lady Bulldogs in front and with the basketball. Crossing the timeline is Sophie Goodwin. Out top, she'll move it right side. Picked up loosely there by Isel. Out top, they'll try to get it down low. They'll throw it up, and she'll come down with Lanaya Wills. They'll set it back out, reset the offense. They'll go to the corner baseline. Good. 3-point shot. Lanaya Wills. She doesn't shoot the three ball really well. She's 27% on the season. She's now 5 for 16. Out top of the basketball, Cameron Roten. Cameron Roten might have got away with a step there. No call. Out top, Addison Bloom. 3-point shot. Rims out long. Would go. Fight for the board. Isel. Isel at 5'5" comes down with the board. She'll reset the offense right side. Working the basketball is Cameron Roten. She'll take it in baseline. Suarez. And they're going to call a push out of bounds on Lanaya Wills. And you know the whole bench doesn't agree there on the Lapel side. But it looked pretty good, like it was a good call from here. 1:43 on the game clock, brought in. Hamilton Heights left of the bucket on the baseline. Cameron Rote looking to get it in. Toss it back to Hilfiker. Hilfiker in the paint. She's going to go off the glass. 2-point bucket. She used the glass and a little bit of English. Got the bucket. That's Hilfiker. 32-19. Lady Huskies trail by 13. 1:26 left here in the second quarter. Out top, stationary dribble. Going to take a deliberate chance to the bucket here. That's Layla Dawson. We're going to bounce it back out. Dawson taking some time on this possession. Isel out top, guarding Dawson. They go to the corner baseline. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Taken by Jane Armington. Lanaya Wills came down with the basketball. She couldn't control it. It's picked up by Hamilton Heights. And quickly, Coach Trippy calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are? Welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans or higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. That's Tipton, Frankfort, Kokomo, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org. Ball brought in backcourt. On the dribble in the front court is Isel. She's going to pop a 3-point shot. Out top, wouldn't go. Rebound Suarez in the paint. She gets the putback, about a 10-footer. 2 points for Suarez. We're under a minute, 45 seconds. 32-21. In the paint, going to take a shot. A shot taken by Layla Dawson. 5'5" junior. She'll shoot 2. Fouls whistled. Hamilton Heights, number 14, Abby Hilfiker. She's a 6-foot sophomore. So nobody on the lane but the shooter for Lapel. Layla Dawson, she'll get the first one. So 4 Huskies on the defensive lane there, but just the shooter for Lapel. 41.9 left. Second shot also good. Layla Dawson on the season is now 7 for 13 at the stripe. 36 seconds left in the front court. Bailey Isel out top. Crossover dribble. She'll work it back out on top right side. Cameron Rope near the corner baseline. She'll dribble in, bring the ball back out. 24 seconds left. Picks up the dribble out top. Addison Bloom near the logo right there at the center circle. She'll dribble in now. In the paint, she'll go left-handed, underhanded scoop shot off the glass. Got the bucket. That was Addison Bloom. Addison Bloom, 7.7 average per game. Outside the arc, 5 seconds left. We're working down low to Lanaya Wills. She'll try the shot, wouldn't get it. A lot of friction there. No foul called. But Hamilton Heights gets the board, and then we'll go to halftime. So 10-minute intermission. We are at halftime at Lapel High School. Lapel 34, Hamilton Heights 23. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Fair. Century 21. Real estate IQ. She's got a real estate IQ that will work for the benefit of you. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocation. Lisa has a vast knowledge of more than 25 years of question answering experience. You can let her look or let her list your home. She knows that homes are precious. Highly recommended real estate agent, real estate broker. To contact Lisa Stokes Fair by phone or by text message, you can go to 317 513 4086. Again, that number is 317 513 4086. And we'll also mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Fritz and Fishers.com since 1983. Great cars, great prices, great customers. 317 842 2228. And I will also mention Fritz, they are in Noblesville and Fishers. And you can reach them on the web at fritzandfishers.com. And we're going to have a special guest right now. We're going to talk with Jimmy Howell. How are you doing, sir?
Well,
I tell you what, I was fooled. We are with Rodney Cummings. He's the prosecutor, Madison County. And there's another Rodney Cummings right up there in the bleachers. Did you know that? I got a good friend from high school, Rodney Cummings, right up there.
well, first, I know Jimmy fairly well. I'm a lot better looking than he is. I don't know as much about basketball.
What, Rodney Cummings probably drove the bus over here for Hamilton Heights.
No, I mean, the other Rodney got down.
Tell you what, Mr. Cummings, I see you on TV. You have got some exceptional replies for your questions on television. They're great.
Unfortunately, we have too many problems in Madison County. I'm hoping, Anderson's a little bit in the Western County, but the southern part, there is it's really growing. That's really upscale area, but most of our problems seem to be in the city of Anderson.
Are they building a new?
We have we're about $100 million.
I'm guessing your workload on your desk is quite full.
Well, for a couple.
You're here to watch basketball. Tell us why you're here.
I'm a big basketball, love basketball. Wow. Condo Association for a very long time, and I've got no paylands since growing up. And just came up.
She is.
She's doing very well. Hamilton Heights is a little at a disadvantage. I think all their starters are freshmen, aren't they? So it kind of poses a challenge. And they're facing one of the better players in the state with the Wills young lady. She's playing very well. In fact, I think she's 26 of their 34 points. So if they get a little more defense on her, that it might be a little closer.
She's at 26 now. That is average.
Right? More like that, maybe if you got a bigger body on her. I don't
And that means probably for left playing basketball. Where were you at?
It's high school. I tried to play through about second grade, but Anderson those days was unbelievable. My year we had two all-state players in basketball. You know, I like to play. I think most of Indiana play at some great players at Anderson High School. And, yeah, when you get two all-state players on your team, Anderson basketball
Let's do Robinson.
went to Madison High School. He was a great. We had a lot of great players. Great Paul, Stu Robinson, Madison Heights, Winston Horton played at IU. Like, great, great history of basketball in Anderson, no doubt about it. We're starting a little bit now, but historically we've had some great basketball players in Anderson.
I tell you what, you must be a Bob Knight fan, aren't you?
You know, I got to be less of a fan of his personality, but his basketball was incredible. You know, everybody was a Bob Knight fan, but unfortunately, he got a little more in pain for his sport. It's a lot more difficult.
So that Matt Painter just got his 500th win.
A really great monster.
So, well, Matt Painter, I guess he went to Delta. I guess he was a pretty good ball player there.
Ball player. I believe he was an all-state player there. I believe he was, but he played at Purdue.
Get to Kokomo watching basketball, maybe Padunga.
That he graduated to slide play Anderson in the sixth a couple years ago. Very good player.
Yeah, I think Kansas. Did I? Who you were. That sounds good.
Yeah,
I've spoken with him before. He's a nice man.
really good coach.
It's supposed seeing you on TV.
Good to see you.
God bless you, sir. They tell me that was the prosecutor from Madison County. He's here watching Bailey Eisel because John Eisel, Bailey's dad, works for him as a deputy. And that's very nice, very cool. I'm glad you let me know that what gentleman. Nice of him to talk to us about something. And I 25 left on the intermission clock. And the clock rolling down. Both teams are back out on the court. They're getting ready for basketball. for the second half. It's a 34-23 ball game. This ball game is still in reach by any stretch of the imagination. Game is still up for grabs. Hey, what I might not be able to mention all these Class 2A poll. I got the Class 2A rankings. I got the Class 3A poll ranking. They were just tabulated yesterday, November 17th. I'll tell you at the top of the bracket in Class 2A is a Hoosier Conference member, Rensselaer Central. The Lady Bombers at 3-0. They're listed at number 1 in Class 2A. I'll scoot down this list a little bit and let you know that number 7, Class 2A, Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Then you go to number 9 in 2A, that's Benton Central Bison with Coach David Baxter. But they're just 1-0, but I'm sure they're qualified to be in the rankings. In Alexandria, they're at number 14. The Lady Tigers are 4-1 at 15, 16, and 17 are Heritage Christian, Triton Central, and Providence. So they're getting ready to start the second half. Second buzzer sounds. We'll sprinkle in some Class 3A poll for this week here in just a bit. So they're going to enter into the basketball half court. It's going to be brought in by Lapel. Alternate possession arrow. They'll toss it in. They'll dribble to the timeline, number 0, Layla Dawson. They'll bounce it right side on the dribble. Sophie Goodwin. They'll go the corner baseline. Shot would go. Rebound Lapel. Ball's loose. It's going to be a jump ball. Zoe Curry reaches in, ties up the basketball with number 15, Addie Bodenhorn. So the Lady Huskies bringing in from the backcourt on the alternate possession arrow. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. Isel. They're bouncing out Suarez. Now there's Curry behind the arc back to Isel. Out top, Bloom, 3-point shot, good. Left of center, Addison Bloom for 3. And she's now 8 for 29 on the season. She's climbing out top of the basketball. On the dribble is Dawson. Well, work it down low, and they couldn't get it. Goes out of bounds. Not even off the fingertips. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. Suarez tosses it in. Bailey Isel crossing the timeline on the dribble. So working down low, Curry in the paint, turns around, jumper off the glass. It's just 6-point game. 34-28, 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. To the corner baseline. That's Armington. She'll bring it back out. They'll reset the offense. Working back around. Sophie Goodwin. Now back to Armington in the corner. Back to Goodwin. She'll dribble in, free throw line, pass it to the baseline. Going to drive. That's Lanaya Wills out top. 3-point play. I should say a 3-point shot. Wouldn't go. Top of the circle. Dawson back the other direction. Hamilton Heights in the glass. On the glass right there. Off the glass. Shot wouldn't go for rope. Rebound Lanaya Wills to the front court on the dribble. To the corner. She'll bounce it once. Bring it back out. Goodwin. And they'll work it back around. They go to the corner baseline. Back out top. Layla Dawson. Right side with the basketball. Triple threat. Jane Armington. They'll work a bounce pass low, a good cut off the glass in the paint. 2-point shot good for Layla Dawson. Layla Dawson with 4 in the game. Outside the arc. We're going to work it off the glass on the drive there. That was Isel. Couldn't get it. Rebound Lapel to the front court. They'll drive baseline off the glass. Power layup wouldn't go. Tipped away and picked back up by the girl that missed the power layup, and she'll get fouled during this shot. She'll shoot 2. That was number 1, Sophie Goodwin, a 5'8" senior. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights, number 3, Addison Bloom. Bloom has 1. Team foul number 1 here in the third quarter. Eyes it, flies it. First one's good. Sophie Goodwin. She'll get 1 more. In the ball game for Lapel is number 3, Bella Rowland. Taking a breather is number 2, Jane Armington. Second shot, Goodwin. Also good. Gets both of them. Goodwin now 7 for 11 at the foul line. Crossing the timeline, Bailey Isel. Works it left side, bounce pass, Suarez to Curry. Now back to Isel out top. Bloom, and Bloom's going to get called for a double dribble. I think she dropped the pass, and they deemed that she pushed it to the floor, picked it up in both hands, and put it down again with one hand. They call it double dribble. Sometimes if you drop it and you didn't push it to the ground, they don't count that as a dribble. You can dribble again. When we're back around outside the paint, shot when you go, shot taken there by Sophie Goodwin for Lapel. On the rebound, going to be a foul whistled on the Lady Bulldogs. It'll be whistled on number 1, Sophie Goodwin, chasing down that rebound. She has won the contest. 5:26 left, third quarter, 38-28. 10-point advantage for Lapel. Out top, Bailey Isaac. She'll bounce once, move it left side behind the arc. Suarez. Suarez picks it up just inside the 3-point line. Back to Cameron Roten. Roten being loosely guarded by Layla Dawson. They work it right side. They go to the corner with it. 3-point shot in the air. Wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Addison Bloom. Trying to board the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Was Cameron Roten. It's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Crossing the timeline with the basketball, Layla Dawson. She wears number 0. He guarded there somewhat loosely by Isel. They go to the corner with it. We're going to round the perimeter. Going to be tips. Finally, going to save the basketball. Right there, they go out inside the circle. They go to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Sophie Goodwin. They go off the glass down low. Lapel. Lanaya Wills gets 2 points, her first 2 points here in the second half. Lanaya Wills has 28 points in the ball game, and Mr. Cummings recognized her, rightfully so. 4:14 on the game clock. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, good. Right at the bucket, Hamilton Heights, Addison Bloom. She's become a 3-point machine. The worker right side at number 3, Bella Rowland. Almost tipped away, picking up the basketball. Dawson. She'll work it behind the arc 2. Lanaya Wills. She'll try a 3. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Roten for Hamilton Heights. She'll dribble to the front court. She's in the front court now. Stationary dribble. Going to be picked up there by Dawson. She'll dribble in. Ball's loose to the corner baseline. Picked up by Isel. Bailey Isel going to go to the corner with it. Cameron Roten. Roten's going to bring it back out. They'll get it inside. Work it back around to the corner. Suarez takes the 3. Right there like Keith Smart. About the same vicinity of a Keith Smart 1987 winner for IU. They're working to the corner. 3:17, 3:17 left. They'll look at left side, just inside the arc, a 14-footer off the glass. She didn't call glass, but the ATM is always open. Going to work to the front court on the dribble. Bailey Isel, 3 minutes left. Third quarter, 42-34. Lapel by 8. On the dribble, spin move. She'll keep the dribble alive. Suarez worked it to the opposite corner. Trying to work it inside, tipped away by Lanaya Wills and stolen by Layla Dawson. Back the other direction, she'll peer in, trying to go underneath. A scoop shot, couldn't get it. That was Wills. Defense provided by Zoe Curry. She takes it coast to coast. Shot wouldn't go in the paint. Rebound out there. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Good defense there by Bailey Isel. So 22, Reese Blanton going to check in for Hamilton Heights. Taking a breather is number 12, Cameron Roten. 2:29 left, 42-34. Lapel going to dribble it at a walk pace to the time zone. Timeline, I should say. Layla Dawson. They moved around the perimeter. 3-point shot. Left side, short off the rim. Shot taken there by Bella Rowland. Rebound, Lapel. They'll work it down low. Lanaya Wills off the glass and good. And a nice pass by Layla Dawson. Just put it up tall. Lanaya went and got it. Lanaya Wills, 6 feet tall. That's pretty tall for a young lady. Off the glass, driving the lane. Shot when he go. There's Reese Blanton. Rebound secured by Layla Dawson. Should try to go coast to coast. Couldn't get the layup left side. Rebound is good, and then the putback is good, and she'll shoot one more. So Lanaya Wills boarded the basketball, put it back up, got the bucket, and she got fouled. They're going to whistle this foul. First foul in the ball game for Bailey Isel. We're going to see Hillfiker in the ballgame after this shot. She got the 3-point play as number 11, Lanaya Wills. Back in the ballgame, Hamilton Heights, number 14, Abby Hillfiker. She's 6 feet tall. Sophomore. Taking a breather is 22, Reese Blanton. To the front court. Isel. Bailey Isel passes off right side Hillfiker. They'll go to the corner with it. Addison Bloom. 1:34 on the game clock. Back out top. Zoe Curry works it down low. They're going to call a foul on the floor. It was an entry pass. It was well done. But Lanaya Wills reaches in. Going to get a piece of Suarez. Suarez got the bucket off the glass, but they're not going to count it. 47-34 brought in. Left of the bucket on the baseline. Brought in by Isel. Gets it into Curry. Zoe Curry has triple threat available. She'll dribble once, work it down low. Lost the handle. Hillfiker. They're going for it on the floor right there and saving the basketball. Right into the hands of Suarez with Lanaya Will. She was on the floor, saved the basketball. Didn't know that Suarez was there. And she nails the three. It's 47-37. Working in the front court. Layla Dawson to work it down low again. It's going to be an offensive foul this time. Lanaya Wills kind of carving out a way right there in the paint, and the official called it. And Lanaya's going to get a breather. Lanaya Wills picks up her third foul in the ball game, so she'll sit down. Lady Huskies going to bring it in from the backcourt, crossing the timeline at a trot pace. Number 10, that's Bailey Isel. They're going to call an offensive foul the other way. They're going to call this on Hillfiker. I'm not sure, but it's kind of an odd situation, but they give the ball back to Lapel. Under a minute, 52 seconds left in the front court. Gets ball to Roland. Cross-court skip pass to Dawson. Deep in the front court. Guarding the basketball there is Isel. The pass at left side, Roland. Should get the ball back. 36 seconds left. In the ball game for Lapel is number 30, Sam Sears. Probably Samantha. She goes by Sam. They're throwing the ball around in the front court, making Hamilton Heights move their feet. 25 seconds left. Going to be a timeout. And there's blood on the elbow of Zoe Curry. So she'll have to exit and get that attended to. And the Lapel trainer going to make her way over here. They're going to bring the ball in. And then brought in there in the front court, deep in the front court on the dribble. It's Conyers. Serenity Conyers, cross-court skip pass. Sam Sears, number 30. Out top with the basketball, Dawson. 10 seconds left. Ball's deep in the front court. Dawson, she'll bounce it left side to Roland. 5 seconds left. Are they going to get a shout off? Hamilton Heights gets the steal. Cameron Roden. And they're going to say that Hamilton Heights gets the ball. And I think they might have missed that one. But they're going to give it to the Huskies. 1.7 left. Right in front of the scores bench, Cameron Roden. Going to bring it in. Going to bring it in. Look to. Going to work it down low to Suarez. It's going to be stolen. Deep pass. No shots taken. Try to get a tall pass to Suarez. And it's picked up on the baseline by 15, Addie Bodenhorn. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, Lapel Lady Bulldogs 47. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies 37. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. Indiana Express Rentals at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, at 1708 South 8th Street. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And they have up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. And let's never forget, Penske. You got a Penske truck. You have no worries with your travel. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. So they're going to bring the ball in. It's going to belong to the Lapel Lady Bulldog. Alternate possession arrow. 8 minutes. Game clock. Fourth quarter. 47-37, Lapel by 10. Going to bring the ball in. Crossing the timeline at a walk pace. She'll pass off Dawson to the front court to Sophie Goodwin. Goodwin goes behind the arc to Roland. Back out. Reset the offense. Layla Dawson, she'll dribble in. Take a shot in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. And Lanaya might have been fortunate not to get that fourth foul trying to rebound the basketball. But coming down with it was Suarez. They're working behind the arc. Three-point shot, good. Cameron Roten right in front of the Husky bench. 47-40. 7:23 on the game clock. In the front court, Sophie Goodwin. She'll work at the left side in the center circle. Lanaya Will's going to pass it. They'll get it to Jane Armington to move the ball around the perimeter. Corner shot, three-point shot, baseline. Shot wouldn't go. Taken by Addie Bodenhorn. Rebound Hamilton Heights. Crossing the timeline is Isel. Cross-court skip pass, Bloom. Addison Bloom, she'll dribble back out. They'll reset the offense with Bailey Isel. Bailey Isel's hesitation dribble. Works it back to Cameron Roten. She'll drive the lane. Couldn't get the shot to go. And they will call a foul. It was called by the baseline official. These officials pretty much have territory that they govern when they're looking at the ball game. Sometimes you don't want to call a foul in somebody else's territory because that's kind of showing up the other official. I've heard that said. So at the free throw line is Cameron Roten. Her shot is good. Cameron Roten, best percentage at the foul line. He's now 8 for 9. 7 for 8 is 88%. Edwin rims off, would go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Lanaya Wills, and the Lady Huskies are going to commit a foul during the rebound. They're going to whistle this one on Abby Hillfiker. She'll pick up the foul. She has 3 in the ball game. 6:47 on the game clock. 47-41. It'll trot to the timeline. Layla Dawson, she'll bounce it right side. Serenity, right there. That's Serenity Conyers. They'll go to the corner baseline, try to get it inside. Just outside the paint, tipped out of bounds. They're trying to find Lanaya Wills on the bounce pass. Lady Huskies tip it out of bounds. They're going to be brought in. On the baseline, left of the bucket by Layla Dawson. She'll look. She'll pass it out top behind the arc. They'll reset the offense there with Sophie Goodwin. Now back to the point guard, Layla Dawson. Picked up her dribble after one dribble. Nearly couldn't get rid of it. They're working down low with Lanaya Wills. They're going to work shot back out. It'll be a block shot. Rebound picked up there by Conyers. Now back out to Dawson. Working in, Conyers going to dribble in, free throw line in the paint. She tried to pass it down low. And they're going to say the ball was last touched by. One official said the other way. And one official came over to say, hey, it's the other way. They get things right. They are friends. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left. They'll toss it in, free throw line, Lanaya Wills, and then right back to Dawson off the glass in the paint. Nice play on the entry. 6 minutes left. 49-41. Lapel by 8. Hamilton Heights in the front court. Addison Bloom. Well behind the arc. She'll dribble in. About a 15-footer. She's going to pass it back out to Hillfiker. Now to Cameron. Cameron Roten straight away. She's open. She'll take the shot. Rims off. Wouldn't go. Would have been a 3. Rebound Serenity Conyers. She's going to take it coast to coast. Underhand scoop shot. Couldn't get it. Lanaya Wills. Going to get her shot blocked by Isel. Back the other direction off the glass. Juarez. Left side of the glass. Right-handed layup. 2-point bucket is 49-43. They're going to blow the whistle. There's going to be a foul on the baseline off the ball. So they're going to whistle this foul on number 12, Lapel Lady Bulldog. Number 12, that's Serenity Conyers. She picks up her second foul in the ball game. They're going to give Coach Zach Newby, going to give Layla Dawson a little bit of a breather. She's working hard. In the ball game for her is number 3, Bella Rowland. They'll work it in, going the other direction, and they'll go off the glass. 2-point shot, good. Lapel, Lady Bulldogs. Rodney Cummings just walked by me, the Hamilton Heights. Rodney Cummings, I'm sure he's driving the bus. He's going out to get it warmed up. 5:03 on the game clock, fourth quarter, 51-43. Lapel in front, Hamilton Heights in the front court with the basketball. Suarez going to dribble in. She's working against Lanaya Wills. Ball ends up on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Jump ball, alternate possession arrow is going to belong to Hamilton Heights. It's going to be brought in side court, just to the right of the Husky bench, pretty close to the score bench. Scores bench and brought in Cameron Rote. Tosses it backcourt slightly on the dribble, across the timeline. That's number 10, Bailey Eisel. Back to Addison Bloom, well behind the arc, being guarded there by number 1, Sophie Goodwin. Now back out top, Bailey Eisel will reset the offense. Back pedal dribble, working against her is Serenity Conyers. They're working through the corner. Cameron Roten, she'll pass it. Opposite corner, going to dribble in. Hillfiker into paint, she'll go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Nearly went. Rebound out of there, Conyers. 4:18 left. 51-43, Lapel in front. They're working down low, block shot. Block shot, taking that shot down low in the paint. It's 3, Bella Rowland. And it's going to be a timeout call. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Lapel with 4:13. Philippines right there. It's 51-43. And we'll mention Class 3A poll. At the top, it's number 1. That's Silver Creek Lady Dragons. They're 3-0. We'll sift down here, and we'll find them. Number 6 is Belmont. Lady Braves, they're 2-0. They host a lot of regional competitions. I know baseball and basketball there. And number 10 is Indianapolis Chittard. And Indianapolis Bishop Chittard will be the opponents for Hamilton Heights on Thursday evening. That'll be a home game for Hamilton Heights. And Mr. Rodney Cummings and myself we were talking about Matt Painter. He went to Delta. Delta Lady Eagles are number 11 this week. They are 3-0. And Princeton, Connersville in the sectional with Hamilton Heights. They're tied at number 14. Ball brought in. Going to kick to the backcourt. And the ball goes out of bounds. And evidently it was last touched off the foot of Conyers. So Serenity Conyers, ball goes out of bounds, belongs to the Lady Huskies. Ball brought in, going to be brought in there by Cameron Rote. Tossing it in. Bailey Eisel. Eisel on the dribble. Picking her up is Conyers out top. Got by her. Going to be a foul call. During the shooting stage, and Serenity Conyers is going to pick up number 4 in the ball game. And we're going to see Layla Dawson, point guard, back in the game for Coach Zach Newby. At the foul stripe, Bailey Eisel. She gets 2, and she'll not get the first one. So in the ball game, Layla Dawson taking a breather is Serenity Conyers. I take that back. She's got 3, according to the scoreboard. She has 3. Bailey Eisel will get the second one and rim around, fall off. Rebound, Lanaya Wills. 51-43. The work of bounce pass, try a check pass, tipped away there by Eisel, back into the hands of Dawson. Over to the corner baseline. I imagine the Lapel's going to take a little air out of the basketball here. 3:38 left. An 8-point advantage, Lapel. They'll work it in. Tipped away. Good hands there. Hamilton Heights comes up with the basketball. Credit them good hands. The Curry. Hamilton Heights now in the front court. They're working to the corner. Baseline. She'll bring it back out. 3-0 baseline again. Bailey Eisel. They'll go to the corner with it. Tough pass to handle. At pretty close range. Pretty quick pass. Goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Lapel. 3:17. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. 51-43. Lapel in front. Home game for Lapel. We're going to back around. Cross court skip pass behind the arc. They'll work it down low to Lanaya Wills. She'll take a tough shot off the glass. Pretty much underneath the bucket on the right side. 53-43. Corner baseline. 3-point shot. Wouldn't go that time. That shot taken by Zoe Curry. Ball's on the floor like a greased pig. And it's going to be a jump ball. Abby Hillfiker is going to be back in the game. Abby Hillfiker left the game. Got a black undershirt on now. Crossing that elbow. Going to be brought in backcourt. 2:44. on the game clock. 53-33. In the front court, Layla Dawson, she'll pop a shot, right elbow. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of there. Suarez, she'll bring it to the front court. In the front court now, she'll cross over, working against Lanaya Wills, and she'll drive in off the glass. A freshman working against a senior. 2-point bucket for Suarez. 53-45, an 8-point advantage. Down low on the baseline, Lanaya Wills could get the shot. It can be a blocked shot. Lanaya went back up. The official says a blocked shot. A lot of folks probably thought that was a foul. He was right close. Suarez, 3-point shot. Left elbow extended. Riley Suarez for three. It's a 5-point game. Let's dribble in. Pick up the ball. Rolling. They'll work it down low to Lanaya. Lanaya dribbles the ball on the baseline. And the whistle blows. She was passing to the corner, but the official said dribble the ball on the baseline out of bounds. Hamilton Heights going to have it. Going to bring it in from the backcourt. 1:45 on the game clock. 53-48. Lapel by 5. Hamilton Heights on the dribble. Isel. Working against her is Bella Roller. They're working outside. They're working right side. Hillfiker, spin move in the paint. She'll kick it back out. Elbow, left side. Shot when to go for Isel. Rebound, Lanaya Wills. She'll dish off in a hurry to Dawson. Back the other direction. Outside the arc. Right elbow extended. 3-point shot, good. Lapel, Lady Bulldog, number 3. Bella Rowland. Bella Rowland was lining them up. I tell you what, before the game, she was hitting about every shot around the perimeter, 3-point land. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. They're going to attend to Lanaya Wills. We'll hope she's okay. She is grimacing. And then while that happens, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones, Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Central Indiana basketball and listening on putmeinsports.com for all of your investment needs. You can call Kurt D. Hare in Tipton at 765-675-9535 or visit them at edwardjones.com. So he's going to walk off the floor. She can keep that leg elevated. They'll work on her, Lanaya Wills. Lanaya Wills, a lot of points into this game. They got the special scoreboard, but she's out of the ball game, so I don't get to see her stat line for her points. So Hamilton Heights crossing the timeline. Riley Suarez works it right side, back out top. Bailey Isel now back to Suarez. She'll dribble in. She'll pick it up outside the paint. They'll go 14-foot shot, rimmed around, wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Abby Hillfiker. Would be a rebound foul whistled against Hamilton Heights. It's going to be called on Suarez. She has 2 in the ball game. 57.8 left. It's an 8-point ball game. The Lady Bulldogs in front and with the basketball. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies. They are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They are just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Right around the corner, posters and oversized printing also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone at 317-773-8783 or by Gmail, discount copies 96 at gmail.com. Will be brought in backcourt, full court pressure. Hamilton Heights. Baseball pass to the front court, stolen, nearly stolen, picked up out of the air, 2-point bucket, good. She got fouled, and she'll shoot one more. I don't know how that ball got through, but she took the pass, top of the circle, went on in, got the bucket, and she'll shoot another one. Hamilton Heights going to check back in with Zoe Curry and Addison Bloom. Taking a breather is Stella Taylor and Abby Hillfight. One shot, shots in the air, rims up high, fell down, wouldn't go. Rebound Suarez, 58-48. 50 seconds left. At the foul line, they're going to drive in off the glass, shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Hamilton Heights, Isaac. She'll go to the corner, Cameron Roten, 3-point shot. They're going to say it hit the apparatus. It's too late now. If it did or didn't, they called it. So back in the ball game for defensive purposes is Stella Taylor and Abby Hillfighter. So they're bringing it in again from backcourt, Layla Dawson. 58-48, 40.1 seconds left. They'll bring it in. Roland. She'll dribble to the timeline. She'll pass off. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Hillfighter. And it's going to stay in the front court with the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. So they're going to bring it in. Left of the bucket on the baseline, Layla Dawson. Layla Dawson, 5'5", a junior. She's a field general. Can bring it in. Looking to get it in. She'll throw it in high to Bodenhorn. Bodenhorn, elbow, right side. Going to be a foul whistle on Stella Taylor. She's in there to foul. She commits a foul. I believe that's only one. Coach Trippy, she knows what she's doing. She's a 6-year veteran. So Hamilton Heights going to check back in offensively here in just a moment. It'll be 2 foul shots awarded to Serenity Conyers. 29.6 left. 58-48. Lapel by 10. First shot up, no good. Hamilton Heights going to check back in with Addison Bloom and Zoe Curry. Again, taking a breather is Taylor and Hillfighter. And then Conyers will have one more. He eyes it, flies it. Couldn't get that one either. Suarez with the rebound. To the front court, Suarez on the dribble, going coast to coast. So take an off-balance shot in the paint and get it. It'll float in about a 6 or 8 footer. And that was unorthodox, but it went in. 21.6 left. The defensive players who check back in during this timeout. So it's going to be a 60-second timeout. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they are open for business in Tipton at 203 West Jefferson Street. They've got dine in, carry out. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-6199. They have American comfort food. They have the full menu. They've got breakfast all day. They've been open since 1964. They've got good food, good friends, and good times. And they're supporting basketball in the state of Indiana. 21.6 left. It's going to be brought in. By the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. Again, the trigger lady is Layla Dawson. If she's getting information, she can run the sideline. You'll be trying to flick the pass away right there. Is 23 Suarez. They're going to bounce it in. Bounce it into Roland. They go to the timeline with it to Bodenhorn. They get it in the front court. Hamilton Heights going to have to foul. Deep in the front court, foul committed by Cameron Roten. 15.9 seconds left. It's an 8-point ball game. And number 0, Layla Dawson, going to the foul stripe. To my knowledge, she is 2 for 2. And Cameron Roten is going to exit the ball game with her allotment for fouls in a game. So she'll sit down. In for her is Zoe Curry. 15.9 left, 58-50. The free throw line for Lapel, Layla Dawson. First shot up and good. Dawson is a pretty complete player. Dawson, a member of the junior class. Second shot also good. Nothing but net on both of them. They bring the ball in. ISO to the front court in a hurry. Bloom, three-point shot, rims off when go. Rebound, Lapel picked up out of the air right there by Conyers. 5 seconds left. It's going to be a tie-up. ISO reaches in with 4.5 seconds left. Backcourt ties the ball up with Layla Dawson. And it's going to belong to, let's double check here. It's going to belong to the Lady Huskies. It's going to be brought in front of the scores bench. Brought in there to toss it in. It's going to be a free shot, the bucket off the glass. And Suarez, probably the easiest shot she'll ever make. As Dawson just, Coach Zach Newby says, just let him shoot. So that's going to complete tonight's ball game. Final score here tonight. Lapel Lady Bulldogs advance to 6-0. Get 60 tonight. And they average 54.6. Hamilton Heights with 52. Hamilton Heights just below their average of 61.7. And what a ball game here. It was in the making. A pretty good ball game. We'll mention next game on the agenda for Lapel Lady Bulldogs. They'll play this Friday night, 21st. They will be at the Marion Lady Giants. And Hamilton Heights will play in a couple days. That'll be on the 20th. On a Thursday, Bishop Chittard Lady Trojans will be at Hamilton Heights. And Bishop Chittard rated this week at number 10. They are 2-2, and that's in Class 3A. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. Guys had on at halftime.